again, why I'm here with Laura is because she is very careful with the energy that she is, and understands the sacredness to the soul. I've had personally, I've had clients who go into sessions, and we talked about this. I won't share too much of it, Laura. I'll only share a little bit, but yeah, I've had, a client that I was working with, and he was part of the 𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗀 on the moon, and he happened to see you assisting others there. I've had several information and knowledge. I'm not sure if we can go really into that.
No, I mean, we won't go into the details, but that you've had clients. I mean, if you could share without, the parts that we don't want to share.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Share that though, so people just know.
Yes, it's so important that you understand that, because it's hard to see such a beautiful soul like Laura that is all these haters, and most of them are paid though, to beat up somebody. It's hard to see that because they try to do that to you. And then, I look at this energy. I look at energy, and you guys, those of you who have been watching me for 6 years, you understand how clear I am with reading energy, and I can see such a beautiful divine soul, an essence of your beautiful, I won't share, but you're such a beautiful soul, and in essence of such a goddess energy. And but yes, I once had a client. Let me know if you stop me at any point if you think I'm going too deep, but I understand what you're saying. I once had a client that was actually, and I had shared it under my Rumble, this in-depth story, but I'm gonna cut to what, because we don't have a whole hour to share about that. So he was, when he was 8, he was, 2 people came to his classroom, and they were reading his energy, all the children's energy. And this was, this person's, this was maybe like 30 years ago. And when they read the children's energy, they picked out 2 people from the classroom. They picked out a female and him. And then they asked the parents if they can go. It was supposed to be like a summer, or not, I don't think it was summer camp. It was just a camp for children, and they were supposed to be doing some activities, and they'd feed them. And parents back then, they're like, yeah, you're gonna feed them, you take them, but they don't realize what's about to happen to this child. So then I remember how wounded this divine masculine was, how wounded he was to be taken to this space, and without his family, and not understanding it. And he was also seeing that there was military people walking around. He's like, this is weird. What's going on? So fast forward, that's the beginning of that. What happens is that from there, he's experimented all the time. They take his blood, they erase their memories over and over. All these children, they put into this camp. And then one day, in the past life regression work that I do with him, he has a memory that comes to him when he's talking to his higher self in the theta. And so the way that he described it is like this, on the dark side of the moon, there is this structures. So there's a dome, and then there's like a tunnel, this tunnel. So it's like, we could draw it out for you guys. But so there's this huge, like, not tunnel, huge hallway. The hallway goes on and on for hundreds and hundreds of rooms, and every single one of those rooms, they had children in them. So it looked like that, like dome. So the dome is where they had the meetings where all the children, and then here they had all the children. Right here, there was rooms everywhere here. So we'll fast forward. They're doing all sorts of experiments you guys don't even know about. It's disgusting. They have like technology in his head. They're putting him in simulations. Sexually abusing him as well. So then, as at some point they call for all the children. So all the children come out, and I tell him, well, do you have to go? And he said, no, I don't have control over my body. I have implants in me, technology in me that just controls me, and I have no say over what I do consciously. It's in my consciousness. So then all the children come out of the rooms, and they're walking down the hallway, and then they go to the main dome area. And in that dome area, they're all standing there, and it really reminds me of the movie Divergent. If you guys seen that, remember when they shoot at these people with the implants, and then all of a sudden they become like these soldiers. They grab guns and they do whatever on command with the control, right? Like the technology control. So that's how they were. They had no say. And I remember what he said when he was in the Great Hall, like the Great Dome area, was they had like stats up, and they had like a whole screen, like this digital screen technology, and they were sharing like which each child what ranks they were at, and there was a lot of children actually dying in this game that they were playing. And I remember all of a sudden he looks over to the side and he says, "Laura, Eisenhower is here." So I don't know how far do you want me to go?
Keep going.
You going? Okay.